Listen carefully. If you don't control your emotions will control your life. Every bad decision, every broken relationship, every missed opportunity comes from emotional weakness. Right now, you are either mastering your inner world or being mastered by it. Elite performers don't react, they respond. They don't explode, they observe. They don't complain, they execute. In this audiobook, you will learn the exact system they use to stay calm under pressure, focused in chaos, and powerful in silence. This is your wake-up call. Control your emotions or they will control your destiny. Chapter 1: Stop reacting. Start ruling yourself. Listen. Your life changes the moment you stop reacting. Most people live on autopilot. Someone speaks, they explode. Something goes wrong, they panic. Someone disrespects them, they lose control. That is not strength, that is slavery. You have a choice. Every single moment you have a choice. React like everyone else or respond like a leader. That's the key. High performers do not react. They pause, they breathe, they decide. Pause, breathe, decide. Power is patience. Let that sink in. Power is patience. Weak people move fast. Strong people move with intention. You don't need their permission to stay calm. You don't need approval to be disciplined. You don't need validation to stay silent. Stillness is dominance. Calm is command. Your first victory is not external. It's internal. It's your face, your tone, your body language. Before you control the world, you must control yourself. The world is always watching you. People read your emotions before they hear your words. They sense weakness. They sense confidence. They sense control. You have a choice: show chaos or show command. That's the key. Let me give you a real example. Imagine a meeting. Tension in the room. Someone challenges the leader, raises their voice, tries to dominate. Everyone watches. One person loses control, starts defending, gets emotional. Voice gets louder, body gets tense, weakness exposed. The leader, he stays silent, breath slow, eyes calm, posture strong. He lets the other person finish. Then he speaks, slow, direct, controlled, instant authority. Why? Because he didn't react, he responded. Pause, breathe, decide. Power is patience. You see, reacting makes you predictable. People can press your buttons, control your mood, manipulate your actions. That is not power, that is weakness. Self-mastery makes you dangerous. In a good way, when people can't read you, they can't control you. When you don't react, you dominate. Stillness is dominance. Calm is command. You have a choice. Every insult, every delay, every problem, choice: explode or elevate. That's the key. Now let's get practical. What do you actually do? First, control your face. Your face betrays you. Rolling eyes, tight jaw, smirks, frowns. Train a neutral face. A calm face. A powerful face. People should never know what you're thinking. Stillness is dominance. Second, control your tone. Your tone reveals your emotions. Anger, fear, insecurity. Slow it down. Lower your voice. Speak with certainty. You don't need to shout to be heard. You don't need drama to be respected. Calm is command. Third, control your body. Stop fidgeting, stop pacing, stop shrinking. Stand tall, shoulders back, eyes forward. Your body must match your discipline. That's the key. Remember, it's not about winning the argument. It's about winning control. You don't need their permission to stay composed. You don't need their approval to stay silent. Power is patience. Let me tell you something hard. People will test you on purpose. They will provoke, interrupt, disrespect. Why? To see if they can control you. And every time you react, you fail the test. You give them power. You have a choice: pass the test or repeat the lesson. That's the key. High performers expect pressure. They welcome it. Pressure reveals discipline. Weak people break under pressure. Strong people become sharper. Pressure is your teacher. When you feel triggered, that's your training moment, not later. Now pause, breathe, decide. Power is patience. You don't need to explain yourself. You don't need to prove anything. You don't need to defend your ego. Ego reacts. Discipline responds. It's not about emotion. It's about control. That's the key. Let's talk about predictability. If people know what makes you angry, they own you. If they know what hurts you, they control you. You must become unreadable. Calm face, controlled voice, steady body. Stillness is dominance. Calm is command. When someone insults you, smile inside, say nothing. When someone disrespects you, hold your posture, speak slow. When something goes wrong, adjust, adapt. You don't panic, you pivot. That's power. You have a choice. React like the masses or rule yourself like a king. That's the key. Now understand this. You don't master emotions by avoiding them. You master them by facing them. Feel the anger, but don't obey it. Feel the fear, but don't run. Feel the frustration, but don't explode. You are not your emotions. You are the commander of them. That's the key. Every time you pause, you grow stronger. Every time you stay calm, you level up. Every time you choose discipline, you build respect, not from others, from yourself. And self-respect is real power. You don't need their permission. You don't need applause, you don't need validation. Control is your reward. Let me be clear, this is not weakness. This is mastery. Weak people react, strong people rule themselves. Say it. Weak people react, strong people rule themselves. Again, weak people react, strong people rule themselves. That's the key. From today, you move different. You pause before speaking. You breathe before deciding. You control your face. You command your tone. You discipline your body. Control first. Speak second. Control first, speak second. Repeat it. Control first, speak second, because reacting makes you predictable. Self-mastery makes you dangerous. In a good way, people will feel your presence, your calm, your authority without you saying a word. Stillness is dominance. Calm is command. You have a choice. Rule yourself or let emotions rule you. That's the key. You mastered your reactions. You claimed your power. Now let's go deeper. You've learned how to pause. Now it's time to understand something critical. Your emotions are not facts. Chapter 2, Your emotions are not facts. Listen carefully. This chapter will change how you see your mind. Your emotions are not facts. Say it again. Your emotions are not facts. Feelings lie, facts don't. That's the key. Most people live controlled by feelings. I feel tired, so I quit. I feel scared, so I stop. I feel rejected, so I hide. That is weakness. Successful people separate emotion from reality. They feel it, but they don't obey it. You have a choice. Believe your emotions or question them. That's the key. Feel it, question it, then decide. Repeat it, feel it, question it, then decide. This is the system. Your mind will create stories, fake evidence, false conclusions. Just because you feel something doesn't mean it's true. Feeling rejected doesn't mean you are rejected. Feeling scared doesn't mean you are in danger. Feeling tired doesn't mean you can't continue. Your mind is testing you. Emotion is a signal, not a command. Say it. Emotion is a signal, not a command. Again, emotion is a signal, not a command. That's the key. Let me give you a real example. You send a message, no reply, your mind goes crazy. They don't respect me. I said something wrong. They don't like me. All lies. You have zero evidence, zero facts, but your emotions create a story. Weak people believe it. Strong people question it. You have a choice, spiral or stay logical. That's the key. Feel it, question it, then decide. Another example. You walk into a room, people are quiet. Your mind says they're judging me. They think I'm weird. Again, no proof, no facts, just emotion. Emotion is a signal, not a command. Strong people observe, weak people assume. That's the difference. You don't need their permission to exist. You don't need their approval to be confident. Stop living in your head, start living in reality. That's the key. Now let's talk about thoughts. Your thoughts are not you, they are tools. Thoughts are tools, not masters. Say it. Thoughts are tools, not masters. Again, thoughts are tools, not masters. Most people let their thoughts control them. Negative, dramatic, self-destructive. You must discipline your inner dialogue. Just because you think it doesn't mean it's true. Your mind will say you're not good enough. You'll fail. Don't try. Lies. Your mind is lazy. It wants comfort, not growth. You have a choice. Obey the thought or challenge it. That's the key. Here is your new rule. Every negative thought must be questioned. Is this a fact? Or is this fear? Is this reality? Or is this emotion? Feel it, question it, then decide. That's power. Strong minds interrogate themselves. Weak minds accept everything. You don't need their permission to think bigger. You don't need approval to aim higher. Your inner voice must become disciplined. You don't speak weakness to yourself. You don't repeat failure. You don't rehearse disaster. It's not about positive thinking. It's about disciplined thinking. That's the key. When your mind says, I can't, you respond, prove it. When your mind says it's too hard, you respond, so what? When your mind says quit, you respond, not today. Thoughts are tools, not masters. You are in charge, now listen carefully. Emotion will always come first, that's human. But action is your choice. You feel fear, but you move anyway. You feel doubt, but you try anyway. You feel tired, but you continue anyway. That's discipline. It's not about feeling strong, it's about acting strong. That's the key. Elite performers don't wait for confidence, they move first. Confidence follows. You don't need motivation, you need control. Stop letting moods decide your actions. Moods change, discipline stays. You have a choice. Move with emotion or move with intention. That's the key. Now let's break a dangerous habit. Overthinking. Overthinking is fear in disguise. It feels smart, but it's weakness. Strong people make decisions, weak people overanalyze. Your mind wants certainty. Life doesn't give it, act anyway. Feel it, question it, then decide. That's power. You don't need all the answers. You need courage. Courage to move even when your emotions scream. Emotion is a signal, not a command. Your mind says wait. Discipline says move. That's the difference. Now here's the truth. Your mind is your biggest enemy until you train it. It will sabotage you. Protect comfort, avoid pain, but growth lives in discomfort. You don't grow by listening to fear. You grow by ignoring it. You have a choice. Stay small or step forward. That's the key. From today, your emotions no longer control you. You feel them, but you don't follow them. You observe them like a scientist. Interesting. Why do I feel this? What triggered it? Awareness creates power. Strong people are self-aware. Weak people are reactive. You don't need their permission to change. You don't need applause to grow. This is your journey. Discipline your inner dialogue. Speak like a leader to yourself. No excuses, no victim stories, no self-pity. You command your mind. Thoughts are tools, not masters. Say it again. Thoughts are tools, not masters. That's the key. Every time you challenge a negative thought, you get stronger. Every time you move despite fear, you level up. Every time you choose logic over emotion, you gain control. This is mastery. You are no longer a slave to feelings. You are the commander. Feel it, question it, then decide. Live by that. Emotion is a signal, not a command. Remember it, because emotions will come. Daily. Forever. But now you are prepared. You don't react blindly. You respond intelligently. You don't obey feelings. You lead them. That's power. You mastered your mind. You separated emotion from reality. Now it's time for the next weapon. You've learned to question your feelings. Now you must control your responses. Chapter 3. Master the pause button. Listen. This chapter will upgrade your power. The pause is your superpower. Say it. The pause is your superpower. Most people never pause. They rush. They react. They regret. That's weakness. Every powerful decision is made after silence. Not noise, not emotion. Silence. That's the key. Pause creates power. Repeat it. Pause creates power. Again, pause creates power. You have a choice. React immediately or pause and dominate. That's the key. Think about every mistake you've made. It happened fast. You spoke too soon. You decided too quick. You acted on emotion. No pause, no power. Strong people slow down time. They breathe. They observe. They calculate. Weak people rush. They guess. They gamble. Responding is strategy. Reacting is weakness. That's the difference. Pause, plan, proceed. Say it. Pause, plan, proceed. Again, pause, plan, proceed. This is your new rule. Let me give you a real example. An athlete steps up, crowd loud, pressure high, heart racing, hands shaking. Weak athlete panics. Strong athlete breathes. Slow breath, sharp mind. Say it. Slow breath, sharp mind. Again, slow breath, sharp mind. They slow the moment. Control the breath, control the body, control the shot. Control the breath, control the mind. That's the key. You must train this daily. When something triggers you, stop, breathe in for 4 seconds, hold, breathe out slowly, feel your body calm, your mind clears. That pause saves you. Pause creates power. You don't need their permission to take space. You don't need approval to stay silent. Silence is not weakness. Silence is control. Every time you pause, you take back power. Every time you rush, you give it away. You have a choice. Rush and regret. Or pause and dominate. That's the key. Now let's get real. People will test you. They want reactions. They want drama. When you pause, they get uncomfortable. Good, your silence forces them to reveal themselves. Strong move. Stillness is dominance. Pause, plan, proceed. Before speaking, ask yourself, is this necessary? Is this smart? Is this controlled? If not, stay silent. Powerful people speak less. But when they speak, it matters. That's the key. Reacting is emotional, responding is intentional. One is chaos, one is strategy. You choose. Pause creates power. You don't need to respond to everything. You don't need to defend yourself. You don't need to explain. Your calm confuses enemies. Your silence scares manipulators. Because they can't control you, that's power. Now here's your training. This week, count to 3 before responding. Every time someone insults you, count bad news, count argument. Count. That pause changes everything. Slow breath, sharp mind, you take control. It's not about speed, it's about accuracy. That's the key. Most people want to look strong. Strong people want to be disciplined. Big difference. You don't prove, you execute. You don't react, you respond. Pause, plan, proceed. Say it again. Pause, plan, proceed. Your pause protects you from stupid decisions, from emotional damage. You save energy, you save reputation, you save respect. Now understand this. The world moves fast, too fast. People rush, post, text, react. You must be different. Slow is smooth. Smooth is powerful. Slow breath, sharp mind, that's the key. When you control your breath, you control your nervous system. When you control your nervous system, you control your actions. This is science. Elite soldiers, athletes, CEOs, they all breathe slow under pressure. They don't panic. They perform. You have a choice. Train like them or stay average. That's the key. From now on, you don't speak immediately. You don't decide instantly. You pause. You observe body language, tone, energy. Information is power. Pause gives you information. Reacting blinds you. That's the difference. Remember, silence is not empty. It's full of answers. Let people talk. They expose themselves. You just watch. Pause creates power. You don't need their permission to stay quiet. You don't owe anyone a reaction. Your emotions are yours, not for public display. Control them. It's not about anger. It's about discipline. That's the key. When you feel triggered, smile inside. Your training, this is your gym. Pressure builds power. Every pause makes you stronger. Now let me be direct. If you can't pause, you can't lead. Leaders think, followers react. Which one are you? You have a choice. Lead your life or be led by emotions. That's the key. Say it. Pause creates power again. Pause creates power. Your life will change when you slow down. You see options. You avoid traps. You dominate moments because you paused, you planned, you proceeded. Pause, plan, proceed. That is mastery. You mastered the pause, you took control of time, now let's level up. You've learned to slow down, next you must learn something even harder, letting go of outcomes. Chapter 4, Detach from outcomes. Listen closely. This chapter will free you. Needing results creates anxiety. Wanting it too badly weakens you. That's the truth. Detachment creates focus. Say it. Detachment creates focus. Most people are obsessed with outcomes. Money, fame, approval, results. And because they need it, they panic, they rush. They force, they beg. That is weakness. You have a choice. Chase results or build skill. That's the key. Do the work, release the result. Say it. Do the work, release the result. Again, do the work. Release the result. This is elite mindset. You don't control outcomes. You control effort. You don't control opinions. You control actions. You don't control luck. You control preparation. That's the key. Let me give you a real example. Entrepreneurs who obsess over money always fail. Why? Because money is a byproduct, not the mission. They cut corners, they chase shortcuts, they lose trust. But the ones who obsess over skill, over value, over execution, they win. Money follows mastery. Process over praise. Say it. Process over praise. Again, process over praise. You don't chase applause, you build excellence. That's power. Needing validation makes you weak. Detachment makes you strong. You don't need their permission to focus. You don't need approval to execute. Freedom comes when you stop chasing approval. Say it. Freedom comes when you stop chasing approval. Most people live for likes, comments, recognition, slaves to opinions. That is prison. Strong people don't beg, they build. Repeat this. I act, I don't beg. Again, I act, I don't beg. That's the key. When you stop needing outcomes, you move differently. You speak calmly, you take risks, you stay composed. Why? Because you're not desperate. Desperation repels success. Detachment attracts it. Remember that, do the work, release the result. You don't need to know how it ends, you just need to execute today. That's discipline. It's not about guarantees, it's about commitment. That's the key. Let's get practical. You're starting a business. Stop obsessing over profit. Focus on skill, service, consistency. Money will come, you're building your body, stop checking the mirror. Focus on training, nutrition, recovery. Results will come, you're learning a skill. Stop worrying about being perfect. Focus on practice, feedback, repetition. Growth will come, process over praise. You have a choice. Obsess over outcome or commit to the process. That's the key. Needing results makes you emotional. Detachment makes you lethal. You move with calm, precision, patience. You don't rush, you don't panic. You trust the process. That's power. Now let me be blunt. If you need approval, you will never lead. Leaders act. Followers seek validation. Which one are you? You don't need their permission to win. You don't need applause to improve. You work in silence. I act, I don't beg. Say it again. I act, I don't beg. Stop explaining your goals. Stop seeking encouragement. Work. Results speak louder than words. That's the key. When you detach, you gain control. You stop fearing failure. You stop fearing rejection. Why? Because you're focused on growth, not outcome. Failure becomes feedback. Rejection becomes redirection. You grow stronger. That's mastery. Do the work. Release the result, live by that. Most people quit because they don't see instant results. Weak mindset. Strong mindset knows progress is invisible before it becomes visible. You don't need proof today, you need discipline today. That's the key. Now understand this. Needing success makes you tense. Detachment makes you relaxed. Relaxed minds perform better. Athletes know this. Too much pressure ruins performance. Same in life, you must care but not cling. Big difference. Care about your work. Detach from the reward. That's balance, process over praise. Remember it. When someone compliments you, smile, go back to work. When someone criticizes you, smile, go back to work. Praise doesn't build you. Criticism doesn't define you. Work does. That's the key. You don't need their permission to stay focused. You don't need approval to stay disciplined. Your standards matter, not their opinions. I act, I don't beg. Again, I act, I don't beg. Now let's expose the trap. Social media, everyone flexing. Showing results, fake success, you compare, you feel behind, you rush, stop, that's a trap. Your timeline is yours, their journey is theirs. Do the work, release the result, that's discipline. Real success is boring, daily work, no applause. That's why most people quit. They want excitement. Strong people want progress. Which one are you? You have a choice, chase hype or build mastery. That's the key. From today, you stop begging for outcomes. You stop chasing validation, you focus on execution. Daily. Relentless, silent, you trust yourself. That's power. Say it. Process over praise. Again, process over praise. Your future is built by today's discipline, not tomorrow, not someday. Today, you don't need their permission to work harder. You don't need approval to improve. Your standards decide your destiny. Remember this. Outcomes are bonuses. Process is your job. Do your job. Do the work. Release the result. That's mastery. You've learned to detach. You've gained freedom. Now it's time to talk about the voice that controls most people. Your inner dialogue. You mastered outcomes. Now you must master your mind. Chapter 5. Control your inner voice. Listen. This chapter will decide your future. Your mind talks all day, non-stop, commenting, judging, doubting. Most people let it destroy them. They believe every thought. They repeat weakness. They rehearse failure. That is self-sabotage. You have a choice. Let your mind control you or you control your mind. That's the key. Say it. You are not your thoughts. Again, you are not your thoughts. Your thoughts appear, you observe, you decide. Thoughts are visitors. You choose who stays. That's power. Most people don't realize their inner voice is programmable. Champions know this. They reprogram self-talk daily. They speak power into existence. Strong mind, strong life. Say it. Strong mind, strong life. Again, strong mind, strong life. What you say to yourself becomes your reality. Weak talk creates weak action. Strong talk creates strong action. It's not about talent, it's about language. That's the key. Let me give you an example. Two people face failure. One says, I'm terrible, I always fail. The other says, good, I learned something. Same situation, different inner voice, different future. Which one wins? The disciplined one. You have a choice. Speak weakness or speak power. That's the key. Replace weakness with commands. Stop saying, I hope, I wish, I'll try. Start saying, I will, I am, I decide. Speak like a leader to yourself. Leaders don't beg, they command, say it. I decide who I become. Again, I decide who I become. That's the key. Your inner voice sets your standards. If you talk small, you live small. If you talk strong, you grow strong. Strong mind, strong life. Remember that. Most people don't fail in life. They quit mentally first. They say, this is too hard. I'm not built for this. Lies, your mind wants comfort, not greatness. You must override it. You don't need their permission to think bigger. You don't need approval to demand more from yourself. Your standards are yours, that's the key. Now here's your training. Every negative thought gets challenged. Your mind says, you can't. You respond, watch me. Your mind says, you're tired. You respond, doesn't matter. Your mind says, quit. You respond, not today. This is mental warfare. You must win daily. Strong mind, strong life. Repeat it. Strong mind, strong life. Your inner voice must become your coach, not your enemy. A coach pushes. A coach corrects. A coach believes. Your current inner voice probably weak, negative, comfort-loving. Time to fire it. Hire a stronger one. That's the key. You are not your thoughts. You are the commander. Thoughts are tools, not masters. Use them. When a thought appears, ask, does this make me stronger or weaker? If weaker, delete it. No mercy. This is discipline. It's not about feeling good, it's about becoming strong. That's the key. The champions don't wait to feel confident. They speak confidence until it becomes real. They don't say, I hope I win. They say, I'm ready. They don't say, I'll try. They say, I will. Language shapes identity. Change your words, change your life. Strong mind, strong life. You have a choice. Stay a victim in your head or become a leader in your mind. That's the key. From today, no more self-pity, no more excuses, no more victim talk. You speak like a warrior. I adapt. I overcome. I grow, say it. I decide who I become. Again, I decide who I become. Your past does not define you. Your inner voice does. If you repeat failure, you become it. If you repeat strength, you build it. Choose wisely. You don't need their permission to believe in yourself. You don't need applause to improve. This is your journey. Your inner voice must respect you. Stop insulting yourself. Stop joking about weakness. Words matter. Every word programs your mind. That's the key. Now here's a hard truth. You talk to yourself more than anyone else, so make sure that voice is strong. You wouldn't let a friend talk to you like your mind does, so why allow it? Discipline your inner dialogue, command it. Strong mind, strong life. Say it again. Strong mind, strong life. Every morning look in the mirror. Say, I am disciplined. I am focused. I am unstoppable. Not because you feel it, because you decide it. I decide who I become. That's the key. Over time, your mind obeys you. Your actions follow. Your life changes. This is not motivation. This is reprogramming, daily, relentless, powerful. You have a choice. Program weakness or program strength. That's the key. From now on, you speak like a king, not a victim. You don't complain, you adapt, you don't doubt, you act. Strong mind, strong life. This chapter gave you control over your inner world. You mastered your voice. Now it's time to master something even harder. Emotional endurance. You trained your mind. Now you train your nerves. Chapter 6, Train Emotional Endurance. Listen. This chapter separates the weak from the powerful. Emotional strength is trained, not gifted, not inherited, not lucky. Trained, that's the key. You are not born strong, you become strong. Pressure builds power. Say it. Pressure builds power. Again, pressure builds power. Weak people avoid pressure. Strong people hunt it, because pressure reveals who you are. Pressure is my gym. Say it. Pressure is my gym. Again, pressure is my gym. Every hard moment is a workout for your mind. Every uncomfortable situation is training. Most people run from discomfort. They chase comfort. That is why they stay weak. Comfort is the enemy. Say it. Comfort is the enemy. Again, comfort is the enemy. You have a choice. Stay comfortable and average or step into discomfort and grow. That's the key. Let's get real. You want emotional control? You must train under stress. Cold showers, hard workouts, silent focus. These are not punishments, they are tools. Cold exposure, your body screams, your mind panics. Stay, breathe, you learn control. Hard workouts, your muscles burn, your lungs beg. You don't quit, you endure. Silent focus. No phone, no music, no distractions, just you. Your thoughts attack, you stay still. That's training. Pressure is my gym. This is how champions are built. Weak emotions collapse under stress. Strong minds adapt. Say it, I endure, I evolve. Again, I endure, I evolve. That's the key. Every time you push through discomfort, you upgrade your nervous system. You become harder to break. Most people break mentally before anything actually hurts. They quit in their head. You must stop that. You don't quit, you adapt. Strong minds adapt. Pressure is not your enemy, it is your teacher. Pain shows you where to grow. You don't need their permission to push yourself. You don't need applause to suffer in silence. Real growth is lonely. That's the price. Let me be direct. If you live an easy life, your emotions will be weak. You will panic, overreact, break down, but if you train under pressure, life can't shake you. That's power. Pressure is my gym. Say it again. Pressure is my gym. Now listen carefully. Emotional endurance is built daily, not once, not sometimes. Every day you must choose discomfort on purpose. Wake up early, train hard, work when tired. This builds resilience. It's not about motivation, it's about discipline. That's the key. When you don't feel like training, train. When you don't feel like working, work. When you want to quit, stay. I endure, I evolve. That is your mantra. Your mind will beg for comfort. Ignore it. Comfort is the enemy. Say it. Comfort is the enemy. Weak people choose easy. Strong people choose growth. Which one are you? You have a choice. Soft life or strong mind. That's the key. Now let's talk about stress. Stress is not killing you. Your reaction to it is. Strong people breathe. Weak people panic. Under stress, slow your breath, relax your shoulders, focus, control the body, control the mind. This is emotional endurance. Athletes know this, soldiers know this, high performers live this. They stay calm in chaos. Why? Because they trained for it. You must do the same. Pressure is my gym. Every argument, every deadline, every problem, training, don't complain, don't avoid, face it. I endure, I evolve. Say it again. I endure, I evolve. Now here's the truth. Life will not get easier. You must get stronger. Stop wishing for comfort. Start building endurance. That's maturity. You don't need their permission to push yourself harder. You don't need approval to demand more from yourself. Your standards decide your future. Every time you choose discomfort, you gain respect from yourself, and self-respect is unbreakable. Let me give you a challenge. This week, take cold showers, train when tired, sit in silence, feel the discomfort, don't escape. Breathe, stay. This is your training ground. Pressure is my gym. Weak emotions collapse under stress. Strong minds adapt. Which one will you be? You have a choice. Break or build. That's the key. Every time you endure, you evolve. You become harder, sharper, calmer. Life stops scaring you. Problems become puzzles. Pain becomes progress. This is mastery. You are not fragile. You are forged, but only if you choose pressure. Comfort is the enemy. Say it again. Comfort is the enemy. From today, you stop running from hard things. You walk into them. Eyes open, chest up, you welcome pressure. Pressure is my gym, that's the mindset. Now let me be blunt. If you cannot control yourself when things get hard, you cannot lead. Leaders are calm under pressure. Followers panic. Which one are you? You have a choice. Train like a leader or stay emotional. That's the key. Say it. I endure, I evolve. Again, I endure, I evolve. Your emotional endurance will define your future. Relationships. Business, life, those who can endure win, those who quit lose. Simple, you trained your mind, you trained your emotions. Now it's time to train something else, your need for approval. You mastered discomfort, now you must master independence. Chapter 7, Stop Seeking Validation. Listen, this chapter will break your chains. Approval addiction makes you weak, needing likes, needing praise, needing permission. That is slavery. Leaders move alone, say it. Leaders move alone. Most people are controlled by other people's opinions. They dress for approval, they speak for approval, they live for approval. That is not life, that is a performance. You have a choice. Live for others or lead yourself. That's the key. Repeat this. I don't need permission. Again, I don't need permission. Say it with power. I don't need permission. You don't need their permission to change your life, to start your dream, to walk your own path. Stop waiting for validation. Validation delays destiny. That's the truth. Let me give you an example. Every visionary was mocked first. Every leader was doubted first. People laughed, criticized, ignored, but the visionaries, they stayed silent. They worked, they built, silence. Grind, win, say it, silence. Grind, win again, silence. Grind, win, they didn't argue, they didn't explain, they didn't beg, they executed. That's power. External praise is temporary, claps fade. Attention disappears. Internal respect is permanent, say it. Internal respect is permanent. When you respect yourself, you stand taller, you speak calmer, you move stronger, you don't chase approval, you attract respect. That's the key. Repeat this. I approve of myself. Again, I approve of myself. Most people hand their power away. They ask, is this okay? Do you like me? Am I good enough? Stop. That is weakness. You decide what's okay. You decide your value. You decide your worth. You have a choice. Follow your vision or follow the crowd. That's the key. Crowds are loud, leaders are quiet. Crowds react, leaders execute. Crowds seek comfort, leaders seek growth. Which one are you? You don't need their permission to think bigger, to dream louder, to work harder. Your path is yours. Now listen carefully. People will doubt you on purpose. Why? Because your growth reminds them of their fear. They mock, they joke, they criticize, not because you're wrong, because they're scared. Silence, grind, win, that's your response. No arguments, no explanations, just results. Results silence critics. That's the key. Stop announcing your goals, stop posting your plans, work in silence, let success speak. You don't need their permission to stay focused. You don't need applause to stay disciplined. Discipline is internal. Validation is external. Internal beats external every time. Now let me be direct. If you need approval, you cannot lead. Leaders make unpopular decisions. They walk alone. They stand firm. They don't ask, is everyone happy? They ask, is this right? Big difference. You have a choice. Please people or respect yourself. That's the key. Repeat, I approve of myself. Again, I approve of myself. Self-approval is power. When you approve of yourself, you stop begging, you stop shrinking, you stop performing, you become real. Real people don't need validation. They know their worth. Now let's expose the trap. Social media, likes, comments, views, fake confidence. People feel strong online, weak in real life. Stop measuring your value by digital applause. That applause disappears. Your character stays. Build character. That's the key. When you fail, don't seek comfort, seek lessons. When you succeed, don't seek praise, seek improvement. This is leadership. Silence. Grind, win, say it again. Silence. Grind, win, let people doubt, let them laugh, let them underestimate. It gives you advantage. You work, they talk, you build, they judge. At the end, results speak. And they speak loud. You don't need their permission to become great. You don't need approval to change your story. Your past does not define you. Your discipline does. That's the key. From today, you stop explaining yourself. You stop convincing people. You stop chasing validation. You chase excellence. Daily, relentless, focused. You approve of yourself. Say it. I approve of myself. Again, I approve of myself. When you approve of yourself, you don't fear rejection. Rejection becomes irrelevant. Why? Because you trust yourself. That is real confidence. Confidence is quiet. Arrogance is loud. Be quiet. Be disciplined. Silence. Grind. When you have a choice, stay needy or become independent. That's the key. Needy people beg. Strong people build. Needy people explain. Strong people execute. Needy people complain. Strong people adapt. Which one are you? Decide now. I don't need permission. Say it again. I don't need permission. This mindset will change your life. You stop asking. You start acting. You stop waiting. You start building. You stop dreaming. You start doing. That's power. Let me tell you something real. Nobody is coming to save you. No one will validate your dream. No one will understand your vision. It's yours. Carry it alone. Build it in silence. Win in public. Silence. Grind. Win. That's the formula. External praise is temporary. Internal respect is permanent. Remember it, because when the claps stop, you still stand strong. When the crowd leaves, you still move forward. That's leadership. You mastered independence. You stopped seeking validation. Now it's time to build structure. You have control. Now you need consistency. Chapter 8. Build emotional discipline rituals. Listen carefully. Winners live by routines. Losers live by moods. That's the difference. Discipline creates emotional stability, not motivation, not hype, not feelings. Discipline, say it. Discipline creates emotional stability. Again, discipline creates emotional stability. Your emotions change daily. Your routine should not. That's the key. Structure creates strength. Repeat it. Structure creates strength. Again, structure creates strength. Strong people are not random, they are programmed. They don't wake up guessing, they wake up executing. You have a choice. Control your day or let your day control you. That's the key. Most people wake up and grab their phone, messages, news, social media, instant distraction. They start the day weak. You will not. You start with silence, morning silence. No noise, no phone, no opinions. Just you and your mind, that is power. Silence builds control. Write this into your life. First 10 minutes, no talking, no scrolling, just breathing, just thinking. That's the key. Then journaling. Write your thoughts, write your goals, write your fears. Get them out of your head. A cluttered mind creates weak decisions. A clear mind creates power. Structure creates strength. Then training. Move your body, push yourself, sweat. Discomfort early builds strength all day. Pressure is your friend. Your body listens to commands. Your mind follows. That's the key. Example routine. Wake up, silence, journal, train. Simple, powerful. You don't need their permission to build your routine. You don't need approval to change your habits. This is your life. Program your day. Say it. Program your day. Again, program your day. If you don't plan your life, someone else will. And they will use your time for their goals, not yours. You have a choice. Own your schedule or be owned by it. That's the key. Win the morning. Win the mind, say it, win the morning, win the mind. Again, win the morning, win the mind. Your morning sets your tone. Strong morning, strong day, weak morning, weak life. It's not about luck, it's about discipline. Say it. It's not about luck, it's about discipline. Emotion follows habit. Understand this. Your feelings are trained. You don't feel confident, you build confidence. You don't feel strong, you act strong. Habits create emotions, not the other way around. That's the key. Build habits of power daily. No excuses. Your routine is your identity. Show me your habits, I'll show you your future. You want emotional control? Build discipline. Repeat. Routine over mood. Again, routine over mood. Most people wait to feel ready. Weak. Strong people act anyway. They don't ask, how do I feel today? They say, this is what I do. That's leadership. Your routine doesn't care about your feelings, and that's why it works. Let me give you real instructions. Create a non-negotiable routine. Same wake time, same habits, same structure, no excuses. Sick, still show up. Tired, still show up. Unmotivated, still show up. Routine over mood. Say it, routine over mood. Your brain learns discipline. Discipline builds confidence. Confidence builds control. Control builds success. That's the formula. Add these rituals. Cold water. End your shower cold. Train discomfort. Teach your mind to stay calm under stress. Pressure is training. You have a choice. Run from discomfort or use it. That's the key. Read daily. 10 pages minimum. Feed your mind. Garbage in, garbage out. Power in, power out. Protect your inputs. Music, videos, people, they shape your mindset. Choose wisely. Structure creates strength. Evening ritual. Review your day. What did I do right? What did I do wrong? What will I improve tomorrow? Self-review builds growth. Weak people avoid reflection. Strong people confront themselves. Be strong. Sleep on time. Discipline at night creates power in the morning. Your phone is not more important than your future. Put it away. Routine over mood. Say it again. Routine over mood. Your emotions will try to control you. Ignore them. Your discipline must control you. That's leadership. You don't need their permission to change your schedule. People will judge. Let them. You are building something. Silence. Grind. Win. Your routine will feel boring. Good. Boring builds greatness. Excitement fades. Discipline stays. That's the key. Champions are predictable. Same habits, same focus, same discipline. Every day, your routine is your armor. When life attacks, you stay solid because you trained, you prepared, you built structure. Structure creates strength. Say it. Structure creates strength. Again, structure creates strength. Emotion follows habit. If you want calm, build calm habits. If you want confidence, build confident actions. If you want power, build discipline. This is not complicated, it's just hard. And hard builds strong. You have a choice. Stay chaotic or become structured. That's the key. From today, you stop living randomly. You become intentional. You wake up on purpose. You move on purpose. You rest on purpose. Purpose creates power. Your routine is your weapon. Use it. Routine over mood. Say it one more time. Routine over mood. This is how you control emotions, not by thinking, by doing. Your actions train your feelings. Strong habits, strong emotions. Weak habits, weak emotions. Choose strength, you mastered independence. You built discipline rituals, now it's time to face resistance. Because growth brings obstacles. Chapter 9 Use pain as fuel. Listen closely. Pain is information, it is not punishment, it is not the end, it is a message. Weak people escape it, strong people use it, that's the difference, say it. Pain is my teacher, again, pain is my teacher. Most people numb their pain, drugs, distractions, drama, excuses, they run, you will not. You will stand still and learn. Pain shows you where you are weak. Pain shows you where you must grow, that's the key. Breakups, rejection, failure, loss, these moments hurt. Good, pain means you cared, pain means you tried, now use it. Turn emotion into discipline, repeat it. Turn emotion into discipline, again, turn emotion into discipline. You don't cry and quit, you cry and train, you don't complain, you commit. Pain becomes fuel, fuel builds fire, fire builds power, that's the formula. Example. You get rejected, your mind says, I'm not good enough. Lie, feelings lie, facts don't. The fact you tried, most people don't. Use the pain, train harder, study longer, focus deeper, prove it to yourself, not them. You don't need their permission to rise, that's the key. Another example, you fail, business, school, life, weak people quit, strong people analyze. What went wrong? What do I fix? What do I improve? Failure gives feedback, pain gives direction. Pain is my teacher, say it. Pain is my teacher, loss, someone leaves. A loved one dies, you feel broken, that's human. But don't stay broken, honor the pain, become stronger because of it. They would want that. Suffering builds kings, repeat. Suffering builds kings, again, suffering builds kings. Easy life builds weak minds, hard life builds warriors. Pressure forges diamonds, you have a choice. Use pain or let pain use you, that's the key. Your past does not define you, say it. My past does not define me. Again. My past does not define me. Your response defines you. How you stand up, how you move forward, how you refuse to quit, that's character, that's power. Stop telling your sad story. No one is coming to save you. You must save yourself. That's leadership. Turn your scars into strength, your trauma into training, your tears into toughness. Pain is my teacher. Say it again. Pain is my teacher. Real instruction now. When you feel pain, do not run. Sit with it. Ask, what is this teaching me? What must I change? What must I build? Write it down. Turn feelings into plans, plans into action, action into results. That's discipline. It's not about emotion, it's about discipline. Say it. It's not about emotion, it's about discipline. Strong people do not avoid pain, they chase it. Cold showers, hard workouts, long hours, train your nervous system, teach your mind to stay calm. Pain becomes normal, stress becomes small, life becomes easy. Because you trained hard, pressure is your gym. Say it, pressure is my gym, your breakup, use it, get in shape, upgrade your skills, build your future, your failure, use it, study, adjust, come back smarter, your loss, use it, become the person they would be proud of. Suffering builds kings, say it, suffering builds kings. Weak people ask, why me? Strong people say, try me. That's mindset, that's power, you are not special. Everyone suffers, the difference, some grow, some break, choose growth, you have a choice, stay bitter or get better. That's the key, pain sharpens you if you let it, don't waste it. Most people waste pain, they repeat mistakes. You will not, you learn once, then you upgrade. Your mind must become a weapon, controlled, focused, relentless. Pain trains you, pain prepares you. Pain is my teacher, say it again, pain is my teacher. Strong people don't brag about suffering, they use it quietly, they work in silence, they let results speak. Silence, grind, win, you don't need their permission to transform. You don't need approval to become powerful. Your journey is yours, your scars are yours, your strength will be yours, own it. Stop hiding from your past, face it. It made you, now upgrade it. Your story is not sad, it's powerful if you choose it to be. I rise from pressure, say it, I rise from pressure. Again, I rise from pressure. Pressure does not break me, it builds me, that's the mindset, that's the identity. Your pain is proof, you survived, you are still here. That means you are strong. Act like it, stand up, move forward, no excuses. Pain is not your enemy, comfort is, comfort keeps you weak. Pain makes you grow, choose growth, you have a choice, stay soft or become solid, that's the key. From today you stop running, you face everything, head up, chest out, warrior mindset. Pain is my teacher, suffering builds kings, I rise from pressure, say it again. Pain is my teacher, suffering builds kings, I rise from pressure. Good, you are becoming dangerous, controlled, focused. Unbreakable, you mastered pain. Now it's time to control your energy because energy is currency. Chapter 10, become emotionally untouchable. Listen carefully. This chapter will make you dangerous. Dangerous in the best way, not with fists, not with anger, but with control. Emotional control makes you dangerous. Nothing shakes you, nothing rattles your decisions, nothing distracts your focus. Say it, calm is my weapon. Again, calm is my weapon. Most people are slaves to the storm outside, they react. They panic, they crumble, you will not, you have a choice, react or rule, that's the key. Every day chaos surrounds you, arguments at work, drama at home, unexpected emergencies. Life throwing punches, you don't flinch, you observe, you decide, calm is my weapon, say it again, calm is my weapon. Example, a colleague lashes out at you. Your mind screams, your emotions demand retaliation. Most people fire back, they escalate, they lose power, you pause, you breathe, you respond deliberately. You remain untouchable. Storm outside, peace inside, say it. Storm outside, peace inside, again. Storm outside, peace inside. That is dominance, that is power, that is leadership. Nothing external can steal your control. Your emotions are yours alone. You don't need their approval. You don't need their respect. You don't need anyone's permission. Your inner world obeys only you. I rule my inner world. Say it. I rule my inner world. Again, I rule my inner world. This is mastery, not theory. Not philosophy, real, actionable mastery. Every time someone tries to provoke you, you win. Every time life becomes messy, you win. Every time pressure rises, you win. Why? Because calm is a weapon, composure is power, focus is unstoppable. You have a choice, panic or power, that's the key. Most people think power is loud. It's not. Power is silent. Power is still. Power is measured. Storm outside, peace inside. Calm is my weapon. You will repeat this mantra daily until it is automatic. Until your emotional body obeys your commands. Here's the truth. Emotional volatility is weakness. Reaction without control is slavery. If you cannot master yourself, you cannot lead anything, not people, not teams, not your own life. I rule my inner world. Say it again. I rule my inner world. Now let's get practical. When chaos hits, pause, breathe, assess, act with clarity. Do not let noise dictate your response. Your inner state determines outcomes. Storm outside, peace inside. Control your physiology. Relax your jaw, drop your shoulders, slow your breathing, command your mind. Your power lies in stillness. Stillness is dominance. Stillness is authority. Repetition builds strength. Every time you remain calm, you reinforce your untouchable state. Example, traffic jam, someone cuts you off. You feel anger rise. Most people honk, they yell, they stew. You calm, observe, smile, proceed. Storm outside, peace inside. Your mind is unshakable. Your emotions follow your commands. Your actions remain precise. I rule my inner world. Say it again. I rule my inner world. Leadership starts within, influence starts with control. Respect is earned through discipline. Your calm is magnetic. People notice, they respect, they hesitate to provoke. That is power, that is influence, that is dominance without violence. Weak people are ruled by emotions. Strong people rule emotions. Strong people win while weak people fight. Storm outside, peace inside. Calm is my weapon. You have a choice. Chaos or control, fear or focus, reaction or rule, that's the key. Let's solidify this. Practice stillness daily when no one is watching, when pressure is low. Meditate, journal, breathe, condition your nervous system, then apply it under fire, arguments, high-stakes decisions, crisis. Your body knows calm, your mind follows, your presence becomes untouchable. People will try to provoke you, that's inevitable. Do not flinch, do not react, do not show weakness. Calm is my weapon, storm outside. Peace inside, I rule my inner world. Repeat these daily, until control is second nature, until your mind obeys instantly, until nothing external can destabilize you. Emotional mastery is the pinnacle of self-control. It is leadership in its purest form. It is power without arrogance. It is dominance without violence. Your mind is your kingdom. Your emotions are your army. Your calm is your crown. I rule my inner world. Say it. I rule my inner world. You are untouchable because you choose it. Because you train for it. Because you refuse weakness. Storm outside, peace inside. Calm is my weapon. I rule my inner world. From today, no reaction controls you. No insult pierces you. No loss breaks you. You are the master. You are the commander. You are emotionally untouchable. That is power. That is leadership. That is life at the highest level. Now take it into the world. Calm is your shield. Composure is your sword. Focus is your strategy. Storm outside, peace inside. Calm is my weapon. I rule my inner world, and that is how you become unstoppable. Listen to me, you now know the truth. Your emotions are either your prison or your power. Weak people react, strong people respond, average people complain, elite people execute. You don't wait for motivation. You move with discipline. You don't seek approval. You build self-respect. From today forward, you pause before reacting. You control your breath. You command your thoughts. You train discomfort. You master your mind. This is your challenge. For the next 30 days, respond instead of react. Stay calm when it's hard. Stay silent when you're triggered. Stay focused when it hurts. Prove to yourself that you are in control. Because once you master your emotions, nothing in this world can stop you.